When you're in Portugal, you're going to be asked for your fiscal number. Contribuinte. Número de Fiscal. Para voce taxes. For your taxes. Contribuinte, they'll ask you. And contribuinte sounds good. It sounds like, yeah, you want me to contribute something, right? Contribuinte makes you sound like, okay, what are we contributing to? And I'm just warning you, I have never, in all my days, in all the countries that I've traveled, I'm not like a world traveler, or am I? But I've traveled the world. But in all my days, I have not seen something as bizarre as normalizing the behavior of giving regular, everyday retail workers at regular, everyday interactions at all times of the day for no apparent reason your most valued and sacred tax number as a resident or a tax citizen or somebody who lives in Portugal. I've never seen anything quite this weird. And I've been in Portugal, I've traveled around Portugal for a while, and I still have trouble getting used to this. Just now at the gas station, and it's something that I wanted to make a video about because I don't think I've explained it, and if you haven't heard about it, it's going to be alarming when you come to Portugal. They'll ask you for your contribuinte, and it'll just be like a regular thing, like bags, how's the weather, would you like some bags, contribuinte, you know, they'll ask saco, like you want a bag, do you need a bag, tudo bem, talk about the weather real quick, you know, está muito calor, you know, and then your most valued and sacred tax number, would you like to give it to me, contribuinte, and again, I can't explain it. I've never seen anything like that anywhere else in the world, but let's dive in. The NIF number, the Portuguese tax identification number, your fiscal number, is one of the most sacred and important numbers that you have for tax ID, only comparable to the social insurance number in America or the social security number, the social insurance number in Canada, or the social security number in the US. Soon to be replaced by everyone's credit score, I'm sure, or the X score if you're on X. But anyway, social credit scores. Back when we were kids, we had countries had individualized tax systems and tax codes and NIF numbers. I remember those days. We'll be saying when we're older. Now, in the future, everyone will just have their own social credit score, biomarkers, you know. Anyway, I can't get used to it. At the gas station, so they're asking you for your NIF number, and if you plan on staying in Portugal and working, for example, or living, I would recommend that you get a NIF number. If you don't know what it is, and after you've looked it up, you're still confused, my advice would be to hire an accountant or a lawyer that will, inside of Portugal, that will help you get your NIF number, NIF number. It ends with fiscal. National something fiscal number. What they didn't tell me is that I would need them for the kids to get enrolled in school. So that's how important the number is. Our kids are both in school now, in Portuguese school, speaking Portuguese, in Portuguese school, because we love Portugal. But something that was overlooked when people were talking to us about owning a property in Portugal was the fact that we would need NIF numbers for our kids if we wanted them to go to school here. while we're setting up our farm. A little bit of an oversight. I would have had it done in Germany or in Canada before I came here. Regardless, we all have NIF numbers now, myself included, and mine's a pretty cool number. And if you were a retail worker or a gas station attendant in Portugal, you might know it. My most important number in Portugal. I'll give you a hint, it starts with a 3. But anyway, it's like a phone number basically. It's not hard to memorize. I'm gonna check my mail while I'm here. So yeah, the NIF number is something that the reason that you would give it to retail workers and the reason that you would give it to gas station attendants is they collect it, and apparently they enter your NIF number into a Portuguese national lottery, and that's the incentive. And having watched all of the Hunger Games and knowing about this like dystopic future of there's a lottery, or like The Island, for example, the movie The Island. You know, when they talk about national lotteries, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to be in a national lottery. So coming from Canada and being a little bit more secure with our data and our most private numbers, we find it a little bit off-putting when I don't want to sound, don't take this the wrong way, but it's minimum wage workers asking for your tax number. Please don't take that the wrong way. It's just factually what it is. And it doesn't feel good as somebody coming from Canada or anywhere else in the world, I don't think. I wouldn't know, but, I've been around. And it feels weird and it's hard to get used to. But the locals, again, they want to enter the lottery. And, for example, if you have a bunch of, I am not in this scenario, but if you were in an illegitimate business making a bunch of money, and you wanted to put some on the books, you would give your NIF number occasionally, and then this would keep a running total of how much cash you've been, or in the case of how much tax you're paying. If you're paying, for example, at a grocery store, they have the tax that you would pay, and then if you give your NIF number to them, then you actually are claiming the tax portion that you've paid, and it will accumulate on your yearly taxes. So that could be a benefit depending on what you're doing business at and in. So it's just a tool that's there. If you're a farmer, for example, if you're spending a lot of cash, or if you're spending a lot of money at a grocery store or buying supplies, if you're exclusively buying like a bunch of things, like in Canada, we would go to Costco and get deals. You might want to do this. Or if you're running a bunch of gas through your work and you want to automatically claim it, you give your NIF number to the gas station attendant, they enter it down and it goes and gets reported on your taxes so that you'll have a record of it that way instead of keeping receipts. So it could be a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just weird because they ask for your contribuinte number basically everywhere you go, and it's normalized here. So if you're visiting Portugal and you don't know what the heck they're asking for when they say fiscal number or contribuinte, and they ask you for it, just like you're supposed to just hand them your most important number. It's okay that you don't know, and it's okay that you don't hand it to them, obviously. I have a contribuinte number, I have a NIF number, but I don't see the need to give it to these people who are asking for it. And what I do is I say now, which means no in Portuguese. Now, obrigado. No, obrigado. No, obrigado. I understand you're just doing what you're told to do, but não obrigado. Or you can say ni. Ni is another word for no. So ni obrigado, ni obrigado, não obrigado. Both work. And they're just doing their job, and they're just told to ask for the NIF number. It's nothing personal. They're not trying to secretly get into your bank account later. Although, I'm from Niagara, Canada, so we've seen things. It's super uncomfortable. I still can't get used to it. And that's how I feel about the NIF number and people asking for it here, just laissez-faire. Have a great day. Don't let that stop you from not coming to Portugal. Are you tired of reincarnating? Me too! Now show the world that you don't want to reincarnate with this Do Not Reincarnate t-shirt!